sucks. My daughter's name is Sophia. She's amazing. On July 22nd, 2019, she went to her dad's house for a regular custodial visit, and she never came back. I later found out that she had told her stepmom and her dad that she was trans and she didn't want to live with me anymore. She felt unsafe. I missed my daughter's 13th birthday, her 14th birthday, and her 15th birthday. She will be 16 in August. People who are imprisoned have more communication with their child than I do. It's been 2.5 years. I can't believe I'm alive. It's a miracle. Usually, Child Protective Services has a definition of what it means to be unsafe, to either be abused or neglected. There was no evidence that I had done anything like that. When they temporarily kept her with her dad for a period, I was fine with that. I thought that's what they should do. That's the responsibility of the court to investigate if a child is saying that they feel unsafe. So they did a 7-month investigation. I had psychological testing, so did my ex-husband, hours and hours of interviews. We each had home visits, and they did interviews with other people who had observed my daughter and me together. After that report came out, I thought, surely this is going to resolve itself. Clearly there is no finding of abuse or neglect. They didn't find anything about me that is unsafe. But the thing that I clearly am not complying with is this concept that good parenting means that you affirm a child's idea that there is something wrong with them. I'm not willing to do that. They want me to have a certain understanding that there is such a thing as a child who is born transgender and this is who they are. I don't believe that. My child is a girl. I won't lie to her or anyone else. I think that's good parenting.
To parents of transgender children, affirming your child's identity is one of the most powerful things you can do to keep them safe and healthy.
It is unfortunate that we are teaching children that a word will cause them to commit suicide. That is not how suicide works. We know that children who are depressed, anxious, autistic, have a history of childhood trauma, are more likely to kill themselves, are more likely to attempt suicide, are more likely to have self-harm. Does that mean that changing their identity, creating a new self, is the secret to get them out of their childhood trauma, to get them out of depression? That has never been true, and it is not true today. I won't do that. I'm not going to believe in a lie, and I'm not going to convince my daughter that somehow she is so weak that she cannot hear her birth name. If I say Sophia, she will still live. I promise her that I will sit there with her through her distress. I will be present in her life. I'm not going anywhere. The final agreement that I have signed, yes, I suppose I agreed to it. I'm not sure I had any choice. It had been decided that something was wrong in this child's life and they needed to solve that problem because she was in distress in some way. And they needed a specific thing that they could change in her life, and I happen to be the chosen one. It is easy to say that mom is a problem and we will eliminate her, and all of a sudden everything will be fine. That's not true. That's not what's happening. the process by which she was removed and it was solidified that she would not be in my presence, that I would not have contact with her, is damage to her. It is a trauma to her. In no way should family court separate children from their biological parents without any evidence of abuse or neglect. That is wrong. It shouldn't be happening to me. It shouldn't be happening to any parent. It definitely should not have happened to my child. She is the greatest victim in this entire thing. My daughter did a normal adolescent thing. She tried something, but there were no guardrails. Nothing stopped her. I'm not mad at my daughter. I'm not disappointed in her. I'm disappointed in the adults that have failed to protect her. Nobody has sent me any of her school pictures since she left. I'm not sure why I don't deserve to get them. This is her last, that's her last school photo that I ever got. I think that was 7th grade. I had to put all of these things away because it became unbearable. You know, you have such a emotional pull and such feelings when you look at photos of your child. And it became unbearable to feel those feelings. And so I told myself, I'm just going to pack them in boxes. I'm not going to throw them away. And someday I'll be able to open the boxes and not cry. I see that my child is at sea in a boat. She is struggling. She is in kind of tumultuous seas. I know that. I have seen that. And what I have been told is to follow her lead, to follow her in this journey. I am not willing to do that. I don't think that is good parenting. It's my responsibility not to hook my boat to hers. It is my responsibility to be a lighthouse, to be something stable that she can see, some guide that she has that will always be there, that is consistent. I still do that today, even though I have no custody of her. I have no medical decision-making, no educational decision-making, and no way to communicate with her other than by mail. I don't have her phone number. I know where she lives, but I'm not allowed to go there. I know where she goes to school, and I'm not allowed there either. But this is parenting. What I'm doing, even though I have no real contact with her, I am still a parent. I am still her mother. I am still parenting now.